So, oh, nope. We're not supposed to be showing that. Anyways, let's head over to history. Sorry. I did not get a lot of sleep last night. It was entirely my fault, mind you, but um let's keep it to normal stuff for now. I did figure out how, so I couldn't download anything, but I did figure out how to get it so that I could record my bass like stuff, like my this. And I made a playlist by basically taking a the stuff that I had already worked on, putting it into like DeepSeek and asking it, hey, can you take this, turn it into a playlist for Dante's World? And I made edits to the playlist because the 37 songs that it gave me, well, not all of them made it onto that list. I changed some out here and there to fit what story I wanted to tell with it better. So, we are going to get started real quick. So let's get this started. And we might not be doing an entire full hours because I have to go to like work out and at 12-ish. But we'll do what we can.
Ground control to Major Tom.
Ground control to Major Tom.
Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. 10. Ground control to Major Tom. 7, 6. Commencing countdown, engines on. 3, 2. Check ignition and may God's love be with you. This is ground control to Major Tom. You've really made the grade, and the papers want to know whose shirts you wear. Now it's time to leave the capsule if you dare. This is Major Tom to ground control. I'm stepping through the door, and I'm floating in a most peculiar way, and the stars look very different today. floating in a tin can. Far above the world, planet Earth is blue, and there's nothing I can do. Though I'm past 100,000 miles, I'm feeling very scared. And I think my spaceship knows which way to go. Tell my wife I love her very much. She knows. Ground control to Major Tom, your circuit's dead. There's something wrong. Can you hear me, Major Tom? Can you hear me, Major Tom? Can you hear me, Major Tom? Can you hear? Am I floating on my tin can? Planet Earth is blue, and there's nothing I can do.
Good morning, morning you. Rise and shine and join the zoo. A hot coffee cup is yours to brew. Having any deja vu, ignore it, dude. Better head to work before you do. Look into the mirror, are you sure it's you? The reflections become an eyesore to you. Is humanity something you can afford to lose?
Can't remember what happened yesterday. What's in store for tomorrow? My ambition is led to outer space. From here, who knows where I'll go? Slipping in and out of lapses in time. How many memories have I been losing? Are they hiding inside the confines of my mind? Could it be the choices become illusion? I'm an addict chasing a high, just like a junkie who can never stop using. Got the needle deep in my eye, feels like I've become neurologically abusive. I find it best to question every direction or suggestion that you mentioned. Don't even know if I woke up in the same dimension as the one yesterday that I went to bed in. Have I been blessed or infected? Trash this nation or protected? Eradicate or play defensive? Either way, space is a cool grave to rest in. Wake up from your dreams, you might be surprised. That's not what it seems. Open up your eyes, 'cause I'll be reset. Then whatever's left of me will fall to pieces. Let me take a quantum leap right off the deep end. Might not be who I think, but I can pretend. Get prepared for my ascension. Experiments to which I've been subjected. Tested my limit and yet I still haven't been it. I'll keep pushing the envelope till all of us regret it. I want an Art Deco monument erected to commemorate the steps of my progression. Any plans to stop me, I'll toss a wrench in. I won't go down in history, I'll become a legend.
Open your eyes, this passing you by.
infinity.
Perceptions and effective infinity gift is sickening me.
It's everything into divinity.
If you question my strength, then I repeat it pieces.
And then you were drifted to infinity.
Is it all a dream? Am I still alive? What's been done to me? Is it all a lie? I'm questioning everything my little eyesight's on. These things are stalking in the shadows. Turn the lights on. Is that a TV or a Typhon? Anything that I saw could potentially become a ticking time bomb. Hold up, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's illusions and these experiments have got my mind gone. And if Alex has anything to do with these delusions, I refuse to let bygones be bygones. That's where the line's drawn. Family doesn't do that to each other. Wait a minute, is this my fault? Transstars and icons. They would never let these aliens invade and make their way behind these eyeballs. I'm on the edge of insanity and I might fall. I got decisions, I'm going to make the right call. Staring into the void, you never tell whenever night falls. When I close my eyes, in my mind I'm screaming, my God. Power has been quantified. Neurons have been modified. Cranium is compromised. Is this a life or a lie? Now I must step in the light. Deal with deception and lies. Find my direction and fight. As long as I am alive.
Can't remember what happened yesterday. What's in store for tomorrow? My ambition is led to outer space. From here, who knows where I'll go? Open your eyes, life is passing you by. Break the glass, see through lies. Every step to the side. Open your Open your eyes.
What's up, guys? Hope you enjoyed that Prey rap. We loved this game, thought it was so epic, so hopefully the rap did it justice. If you liked it, be sure to click subscribe, and shout out to Nem Raps for dropping a hot verse on this track. Go subscribe to his music channel, Nerd Out, right now. Do it.
Yesterday to say, tried to say, tried to say, tried to say, tried to say.
City's breaking down on a camel's back. They just have to go 'cause they don't know where. So all you feel the streets is appealing to see. You won't get undercounted 'cause you're now damn free. You got a new horizon, it's ephemeral style. A melancholy town where we never smile. And all I wanna hear is the message beep. My dreams, they gotta kissing 'cause I don't get sleep, no. Windmill, windmill for the land, the forever hand in hand. Take it all out on your stride. It is taking, falling down. Love forever, love is free. Let's turn forever, you and me. Windmill for the land. If everybody in.
Laughing gas, these hazmats, fast cat, lining them up like ass crack. Ladies, ponies at the track, it's my chocolate attack. Shit, I'm stepping in harder this year. Yeah, bear repping in harder this year. Watch me as I gravitate. Ha 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 ha. Yo, we gon' ghost town, this Motown with your sound. You in the blink, gon' bite the dust, can't fight with us. With your sound, you kill the ink. So don't stop, get it, until you chat it. Head and watch the way I navigate. Ha 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 ha. and steady, watch me navigate. Don't stop, get it, keep higher captains in it, steady, watch me navigate.
You used to have all the answers, and you still have them too. And we live half in the daytime, and we live half at night. Watch things on VCRs with me and talk about big love. I think we're superstars. You say you think we are the best thing, but you just know, you just do. Wanna find myself by the sea, in another's company, by the sea. Wanna go out to the pier, gonna dive and have no fear, because you just know, you just do. Watch things on VCRs with me and talking about big love. I think we're superstars. You say you think we are the best thing, but you just know, you just do. I see the bad moon rising. I see trouble on the way. I see earthquakes and lightning. I see bad times today. Don't go around tonight, or it's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the right. I hear hurricanes are blowing. I know the end is coming soon.
Something's wrong with my brain, so I'm gonna take a quick break. And then I'll get back to work. In the meantime, I'm also gonna listen to this recording because I'm just hoping that it hasn't messed up. And we are back. So, over here, I just had to put some water in my eyes. Does wonders for refreshing the body. You'd be surprised. Anyways, back to work for about 3 minutes. Yeah, no, not a whole lot, but what am I missing? Oh, music.
I feel rivers overflowing. I hear the voice of rage and ruin. Don't go around tonight, well, it's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the right. Oh, right. Hope you got your things together. Hope you are quite prepared to die. Looks like we're in for nasty weather. One eye is taken for an eye. Well, don't go around tonight, but it's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the right. Don't come around tonight, but it's bound to take your life. There's a
Bad moon on the rise. Such a good song. Mm.
I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. I focus on the pain, the only thing that's real. The needle tears a hole, the old familiar sting. Try to kill it all away, but I remember everything. What have I become? My sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes away in the end.
So I just heard that. Yep. Break time is in effect. So we could talk about some talking points. So, like I said, I made a playlist of all the different songs that I thought would fit, or, well, rather, the DeepSeek AI thought would fit, and then I edited it to fit what I wanted. If you noticed, the first one was Space Oddity, or as I like to call it, Major Tom. The reason I went with that one as the first one, it represents the fact that the void metal fell from space, obviously. But it came from an entity that humans cannot properly communicate with. We are literally losing contact with Major Tom. Or ground control, with whichever you want to take the side on, I guess. But also, it's the fact that the Shower of Stars, the whole thing that started this, was in 1978, which was 3 years after the space race. And my memory serves correctly, Space Odyssey was in around that time. I can double check. So it was 1969, but that would have been in the middle of the space race. Yeah, the Apollo 11 moon landing. Then Open Your Eyes is a song about it's a song by JT Music. It's about them and Nerd Out, but it's a song about a game called Prey 2017. And it was set on a space station called Talos 1, which had been overrun by a species known as the Typhon, which were being experimented on and researched, as well as used for the production of a sort of drug, but also memory alteration technology called neuromods. What neuromods did was you could jab it in your eye, and then you could have all the knowledge of a subject in your brain. You could have the creative inspiration of Mozart at your fingertips. Would have been an advancement for teaching. But, like I said, the neuromods were created from the remains of Typhon. And eventually they broke out. You play as Morgan Yu, one of the heads of the Talos Research Station. He's also, if my memory serves correctly, they were also the head of the Neuromod division specifically, and they were the brother of Alex Yu. Alex Yu was basically the head of Talos 1. The Yus ran Talos 1. It was basically their space station. And I can't go too into it because it is possibly a game we will play that later down the line. But Morgan Yu basically has a form of amnesia because Alex had been using him to test different neuromods, more advanced neuromods. And these advanced neuromods, well, just neuromods in general, whenever you remove a neuromod, it resets your memory back to the day that you installed it. And Alex had essentially been testing Morgan by putting them into a simulation of the day that they first arrived at Talos 1. And then everything went wrong. Now, you have to go through Talos 1, hunt down Typhons to get access to people, find survivors, get new neuromods in order to advance through the game, make tough but necessary choices because you can't save everyone. But there's one very important question. Can you trust you with so much of their memory missing? With so much context gone? Is you really you? But I said all that because it kind of fits the theme of the gardener and this void metal coming from an entity that is alien in nature, and the way it communicates with those who can communicate with it, like the anima, is through almost a form of hive mind telepathy. And the Typhon were a hive mind species. They could communicate like just through thought, like their thoughts were all connected, all one. Which is why neuromods could work the way they worked. And we'll get more into the other songs as we go along, but for now, we have work to get back to. Oh, I don't like that. It was flickering a bit too much for my liking. This is Major Tom to ground control.
And you could have it all. My empire of dirt. I will let you down. I will make you hurt. I wear this crown of thorns upon my liar's chair, full of broken thoughts I cannot repair. Beneath the stains of time, the feelings disappear. You are someone else. I am still right here. What have I become? My sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes away in the end. And you could have it all. My empire of dirt. I will let you down. I will make you hurt. If I could start again, a million miles away, I would keep myself. I would find a way.
There is a house built out of stone, wooden floors, walls, and window sills, tables and chairs warmed by all of the dust. This is a place where I don't feel this is a place where I feel at home. I built a home sold by the color of green. Ground had rose and past its knees. By the cracks of his skin I climbed to the top. I climbed the tree to see the world. When the guys came around to blow me down, held on as tightly as you held on me. Held on as tightly as you held on me. When you were here before, couldn't look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so fucking special. But I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't care for I wanna have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. I want you to notice when I'm not around. so fucking special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't belong here. Back up the cul-de-sac. Come on, do your work. You quit your job again, and you train of thought. If you could do it all again, a little fairy dust. Thousand tiny birds singing. If you must, you must. Please let me know when you've had enough of the white light, of the dawn chorus. If you could do it all again, you don't know how much. Pronto, pronto, mashi mash. Come on, chop, chop. If you could do it all again, yeah, without a second thought. I don't like leaving. Door shut. I think I missed something, but I'm not sure what. In the middle of the vortex, the wind picked up. Shook up the soot from the chimney pot into spiral pattern. You, my love, you take a little piece and we break it off. It's a bloody racket. It's the dawn chorus. You could do it all again. Big deal, so time will stop.
Come, little children, I'll take thee away into a land of enchantment. Come, little children, the time's come to play here in my garden of shadows. Follow, sweet children, I'll show thee the way through all the pain and the sorrows. Weep not, poor children, for life is this way, murdering beauty and passion. Hush now, dear children, it must be this way, to weary of life and deceptions. Rest now, my children, for soon we'll away into the calm and the quiet. Come, little children, I'll take thee away into a land of enchantment. Come, little children, the time's come to play here in my garden of shadows.
Alright, wait, we are on break. So that means more sharing time. No, we stopped at everything and it's right place, which I'm gonna be honest, that song did show up in the Deep Seek uh, search, and the only reason I kept it was more to do with the vibes of the song itself rather than the lyrics, as I was looking for something that would give me like this feeling of like something is fundamentally wrong with this place. Something is wrong with void metal. Like going into a house and you know you are not welcome. You don't know why or how you know, but you know you're not supposed to be here. That you should have never came here. After that was Feel Good Inc., which is a really good song and was one of the first songs I thought of because I wanted a song that could match the government's greed and exploitation of not only the void metal, but also the workers in the refining plants, because they're being not only worked to death, but their kids are, as the story is starting to take shape, their kids are basically being changed because of their exposure to it. Something into something that one could argue isn't really human anymore. And it's not the kid's fault, but
残りのタスクはと
it's not pretty. And the whole song was about how at the time, well, even today with Spotify and all that, how the song was about the exploitation of musicians and their music by record companies, and even by nowadays streaming services. Like the contracts for these up and coming artists to get their foot in the door are extremely predatory and basically steal any right they have towards royalties or making money outside of concerts. And even then, it's not profitable for the artist unless they can get huge amount of crowds. VCR was another song that was selected more for how like clinical it sounded to me, because I wanted something to replicate how cold and clinical the labs were after a certain point in time, and how the kids, as the disease progressed, they were slowly losing what made them human in the first place. They just became dead and cold inside, unable to react besides fleeting moments when their focus was disturbed. Then Bad Mood Rising was selected to show how the workers were feeling the effect of void sickness and also hint at the disease that would affect their children. Then we get to Johnny Cash's cover of Hurt. Literally the first song I wanted in this playlist because I thought it would have been I thought it was the perfect song for a story like this. It represents a few things. It conveys the guilt that the scientists have at kind of being part of a system where the kids were exploited, especially as the program went on and got out of their control. Because the entire song is literally about how the singer just feels almost disgusted with themselves. it feels like they just hate themselves for being in the situation they're in, despite the good they wanted to do in the first place. It also represents the suffering and misfortune and the painful memories the kids have to deal with, not only in the moment of being in the program and being trained and abused and basically broken down into tools, but also the memory and the physical toll that took on their bodies after rebelling and winning their freedom. And it's also a representation of how they felt after, as a reaction to the public, to a majority of the public's ignorance and apathy to their plight. And by ignorance, I don't mean that they didn't know it happened. Ignorance in the way that it didn't matter that it happened to kids. They look different, so it was good that it happened to them. They're not human. They're different from us, so why does it matter? That sort of ignorance. The sort of ignorance that only comes from profit being made from the suffering of others, and the sort of ignorance that grows real quick when a church's coffers get filled. I know it's messy, but it's how it is. Alright, let me check the recording real bit quick. Okay. There we go. That's better. I like it when it's clear.
When Rome's in ruins, we are the lions, free of the Colosseums. In poison places, we are anti-venom,
volcanoes. I need to watch this water tastes funny. It also could be my taste buds are shot. Here with caffeine. Well, more solid than liquid, but same.
Wake from your sleep, the drying of your tears. Today we escape, we escape. Pack and get dressed before your father hears us, before all hell breaks loose. Keep breathing. Don't lose your nerve. Breathe. Keep breathing. I can't do this alone. Sing us a song to keep us warm. Yeah, such a chill, such a chill. Let you choke, let you choke. that you choke, that you choke. Jumped in the river, what did I see? Black-eyed angel swam with me. A moon full of stars and astral and all the figures I used to see. All my lovers were there with me. All my past and future. Oh, we all went to heaven in a little rowboat. There was nothing to fear, nothing to doubt. Jumped into the river. Black-eyed angel swam with me. A moon full of stars and astral all the figures I used to see.
Broken heart is all that's left. I'm still fixing all the cracks. Lost a couple of pieces when I carried it home. I'm afraid of all I am. My mind feels like a foreign land. Sirens ringing inside my head. Please carry me, carry me, carry me home. I've spent all of the love I saved. We were always a losing game. Small town boy in a big arcade. I got addicted to a losing game. How many pennies in the slot? Giving us up didn't take a lot. I saw the end for it begun. Still I carried on, carried on. Get me off this roller coaster. Loving you is a losing game. Loving you is a losing game.
Early in the morning, I still get a little bit nervous. Fighting my anxiety constantly, I try to control it. Even when I know it's been forever, I can still feel the spin. Urge when I remember, and I never wanna feel it again. Don't know if you get it, 'cause I can't express how thankful I am that you were always with me when it hurts. I know that you'd understand. I don't wanna lose control. Nothing I can do anymore. Trying every day when I hold my breath. Spinning out in space, pressing up my chest. I don't wanna lose control. Sometimes I still think it's coming, but I know it's not. Trying to breathe in and then out, but the air gets caught. 'Cause even though I'm older now and I know how to shake off the past, I wouldn't have made it if I didn't have you holding my hand. I don't wanna lose lose control. There's nothing I can do anymore. I don't wanna lose control. Nothing I can do anymore. Trying every day when I hold my breath, spinning out in space, pressing up my chest. I don't wanna lose control. Sick of all these people talking, sick of all this noise. Tired of all these cameras flashing, sick of being poised. Now my neck is open wide, begging for a fist around it. Already choking on my pride, so there's no use crying about it.
Mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?
I'm headed straight for the castle. They wanna make me their queen. And there's an old man sitting on the throne there, saying that I probably shouldn't be so mean. I'm headed straight for the castle. They've got the kingdom locked up. And there's an old man sitting on the throne there, saying I should probably keep my pretty mouth shut. Straight for the castle. All these minutes passing, sick of feeling used. If you wanna break these walls down, you're gonna get bruised. Now my neck is
Okay. So, I am somewhat tired. I think I'm gonna do the stuff about the gardener on my own. So, until then, what we are going to do, I'm going to go over what I've been talking about. I think we stopped at hurt. Or, hurt was what we finished with. So, after hurt was to build a home, which was a song about making a home. And it was to show how the Castle of Flowers, despite how terrible it was for for the kids, after the governments took control, it was meant to be this, like, community of safety, this place where these kids could be themselves and fleeting moments of good times and not having to live by strict rules made by people who have never seen you and would never know your face or your name. Then we get to Creep by Radiohead. From my understanding, it is a song about the writer stalking a girl when he was younger. I could be entirely wrong about that. My interpretation for the story is about how the anima feel about their own bodies and powers, especially when they were getting used to them, as if there was something wrong with how they were born. Like they feel like something is fundamentally wrong about them, almost like body dysmorphia in a way, but I've never had body dysmorphia, so I couldn't be 100% accurate with that statement. Just from my understanding of it, they know that the cure stopped something important, something that was supposed to happen, and it stopped it in its tracks. Dawn Chorus was chosen for its name and also had the song get steadily louder to represent kind of the success of the cure and the children waking up for the first time, as well as them communicating with the gardener, this entity that had been like behind everything in a way. Come Little Children is probably one of the oldest songs I know of. Signifies a few things,
せーのスタート
like how it signifies the pull that the children felt to their animals, which led to the creation of the cure. It was kind of a good and a bad thing in a way. It was also a symbol of the creator or the gardener's relationship with the children, which is that of a parent who's angry at what has been happening to their children and the fact they can't do anything about it without putting their children in more risk than they already are. And it's also meant to basically hit home that these were children. You can make all the excuses you want about how you could argue that they were no longer human, that having animal DNA made them too different from humans, or that them being affected by the void metal changed them fundamentally as a species. But they were children. Children who were taken from their homes, from their families who they hadn't even known for a minute before being robbed from them again. Children who were broken, abused, forced to do things that no child should ever be forced to do in conditions that we would call inhumane and barbaric by our standards. Then we have agape. If you know your Greek mythology, or just Greek in general, you know that agape is one of those types of love. It is literally a love on a conceptual level. Like love for the creation of something. And it is how the scientists, the teachers, and the gardener feel about the children, about the anima as a whole. They genuinely care for these kids, and it breaks their hearts, rather, what happened to them. And for the humans, it kills them inside, having to go to work and participating, albeit reluctantly, in a system that is meant to break children. Children that you love. Then Young Volcanoes was, I'm gonna be 100% honest, Young Volcanoes gives me a Percy Jackson vibe. I know, I love Percy Jackson a lot, sue me. And it was kind of meant to represent the first few years of these kids having some autonomy for themselves, getting to know their families for a little bit before the governments took a hold. But also how it felt how they celebrated after winning their freedom, after escaping from these facilities. Only to realize how much more dangerous the real world was going to be than the walls that they grew up in. Like, I'm debating on how I want to do this timeline wise, but I'm thinking a few years before the kids start actually expressing their powers and abilities, and it gets the government's attention. So that way they kind of know a sliver of what it's like to have a real family. Only for that to be taken away because of something out of their control entirely. And that's what exit music for a film is supposed to represent. It also represents how these families hope that the government chokes on their hubris. That this plan backfires in ways that they will never imagine or recover from. Pyramid Song was one of the songs that the DeepSeek bot came up with. It's fine as songs go. But it is one of the songs connected to the Daredevil series, if I remember correctly. The end of season 2, if my memory serves. Arcade is probably one of the saddest songs I know, and is literally meant to rip. Oh my god, I'm starting to cry. It's literally meant to represent the heartbreak the kids were going through the whole training process, and how they were begging and screaming for their parents and unable to reach them because of men with guns, with essentially bullies, pointing guns at their parents and saying, if you keep moving forward, we will shoot them. And then Control was chosen to be a representation for the children's lack of autonomy and dwindling ability to choose or even think for themselves before the revolution, the rebellion, started to actually be a thing that was starting to get through the different facilities. I will think how I want to do this. I'm gonna mull this over before I make another video like this. So it might be a few, maybe a week or two. We'll see. Another thing I wanted to talk about was something I have planned, and I noticed it, but I never really thought about this. Something I want to do is to give Dante like something with his abilities transform his body. And I know the three main characters of my three stories all have a transformation thing. But it's done. What I'm hoping to do is to do it differently each time. So, like for Kalos, his transformation, his like when he reaches his breaking point and he transforms, his personality is essentially suppressed by a more malevolent, cheerful, and chaos leaning personality. With Adam, he just goes pure chaos. He's not even thinking anymore. He can't recognize friend from foe. He just wants to destroy. With Dante, what I'm hoping to do is that if he has a transformation, he can control it. It just slightly changes how he reacts to things. Different degrees of loss of control. I may not end up doing that. Who knows? But we'll see how that goes. We got 15 more minutes, but I'm not going to be working on this. So, think I'm going to end this. Yeah, feels like a good spot.